first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. He won't go down. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. They'll hand it off now. Johnson pushes him over. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Rosen. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Blue 90!
From midfield now, here's Rosen. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And this one goes no.
Now, Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, Rosen rolling to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Where when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I think you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Rosen will throw. On the move to his left. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a handoff. Johnson. And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rosen off the play action. They'll roll him out right. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 14 that time, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer,
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Marcus Golden in there to get him for a loss of 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Peterson. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this 1st half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. On the ground, this is Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Garoppolo on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
6.
Garoppolo again. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Now McKinnon. And some room to run now. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep. He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 48 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Johnson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kendall Wright, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Here's Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Gresham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Fights him off. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Fitzgerald's got it right side. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, Rosen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On second down, here's Rosen. Buying time to his left. And some room to work. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Rosen to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now it's Rosen. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On third down, Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Marcus Golden in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Detroit!
To throw is Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kendall Wright, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Making the tackle, Gerald Hodges.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wide open, Gronkowski. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dayon Buchanan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll come out in the pistol. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers are back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines,
oh, no, he lost the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Again, it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And now running right through it. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. They give it to him running left. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cardinals, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.